hit record now.
Susan, will you?
Recording. Okay.
Okay.
Hello, everybody. It
Susan.
is October 29th.
Susan, hello. I'm
Hello?
sending. Can you sit? Let me record.
Yeah. Allow
Okay.
recording, and it's recording on my computer as well. So it is Tuesday, October 29th. Oh, the year is coming to an end. Halloween is in 2 days. Here's
Is
my
it
trick-or-treat shirt and my little ghosty earrings. So I'm feeling festive. So that's great. Glad to have y'all on here with us tonight. Let's start off with a quick blessing, and then Teresa, I'll turn it over to you for some recognition. Okay. Heavenly Father, as always, we welcome you to our Pink Huddle. It's because of you that we are all together from all over the place. And we just ask that you bless our time together, bless our businesses, bless those who are not with us. We ask this in your name. Amen.
Amen.
Okay. So let's have a little recognition. Teresa, I'm going to turn that over to you.
All right. Well, first of all, I've got to do a little crowing. We have 3 new unit members this month. Yay! I have 1 new team member, and Denise Medford, you have 2 new team members. Give her a big round of applause.
Woo-hoo!
And you guys, $10. Hello. I mean, seriously, there's 2 days. Send out some texts. Let some people know. If it's people that have been in the business before, or maybe you've got somebody who's been thinking about it forever, but make sure they know it's $10. And already it's really funny. My newest team member, she actually was in Mary Kay years ago. And she said her husband told her she needed to get back into Mary Kay because she looked better when she was using Mary Kay products.
Oh my word. That's love and confidence, if you can say that to your wife. I think you looked a little better.
She said she got the samples in from because even with the $10, you guys, they get the they get a little package of samples and books. And she said she started using the samples. She said my face feels better already. So reach out and touch somebody, you guys, in these next 48 hours and make sure they know for $10 they can join Mary Kay, and then they can do with it whatever they want. But what a better time of the year than the holiday season. She said, I'm going to do my gift shopping that way, and I need stuff myself, and so it's just a great time to join. Make sure that you've at least told 10 people about the $10 deal. Okay. That's your challenge for the next 48 hours. If you haven't told 10 people, just say, shoot out a quick text, put a little post in your group page, make sure people know that this is a good time to join or rejoin Mary Kay. So congratulations, Susan. I think you have a new somebody.
We have, and I forget if it was September, October, because it's the beginning of the month. We have Bonnie Brzezinski, who said that somebody at work said, you know anybody that sells Mary Kay? And she goes, well, I used to. And she goes, why don't you rejoin and I'll buy from you? So she did. Then we have a guy named Widgie Pafilian. I yet to meet him. Yeah, I don't know. I think he's from Haiti and in the United States. He barely speaks English, but hey, he's in our unit. And then of course, Nora had Lori, is it Kritzker? Yep. So yeah, I mean, and we're not even trying. So if we tried over the next couple days, what could happen? A good challenge would be to take the special deal sheet picture, Scipio it, or blast it out to everybody. Hey, say just 2 more days to take advantage of this month's specials and to join Mary Kay for $10 and do your shopping at wholesale prices. I don't like that so many times that, oh, half price, half price, half price, half price. Do you know how much a Cabby Girl makes? I don't. Do you know how much Pampered Chef Girl makes? I don't. But we just.
Susan, you're buffering really bad. Is she buffering for you guys too, or okay?
Yes, she is.
You're cutting
it. Sorry.
Me that
freezing.
I was on a roll too.
I know you were, and I hated to cut you off but I couldn't hear half of what you were saying.
Am I better now?
Yes.
It did say my internet connection was unstable. But what I was saying.
That connection is unstable and it's not you, then it's all good.
It's not me. I'm stable, but that's questionable. But my point was that if you send your special deals out and let them know, hey, 2 more days to take advantage of October deals. You could also say, and also 2 more days to join my team and do your holiday shopping at wholesale prices. Why don't we say something like that instead of always half price, half price, half price? What I was saying is, I don't know how much a cabbie girl makes. I don't know how much a Pampered Chef girl makes because they don't blurt out what their discount is. I have hated that for 20 years of my 36 because we just didn't used to do that. But now it's like, oh, get a half price. Why don't you just tell the world what we make? I don't know. Am I the only one that's weird like that?
Yeah, I have mixed emotions. I think when you're talking seriously to somebody about the business,
Really having an interview about it, but don't blurt it at wholesale prices.
Yeah.
Shop at wholesale. I don't think they need to know what wholesale is, although at this point, everybody in the world and their dog probably knows what we make, but you know, just a thought. So now that I'm done buffering and I'm done crabbing, so no more buffering and no more crabbing. So,
right.
Yeah, I'll let Diane in here.
All right. And hey, Annie.
Hey, baby.
Hey, baby. Who opened their business this week and sold anything at all? Raise your hand. Keep it up if you $100, $200, $300. Nora's hand's still up. Nobody else is in. Nora, what was your total?
Well, I had quite the week. $1,320.
That is awesome, Nora.
I went to a new facility that a resident from one of the places I typically go to moved to this new facility. And she asked me to come and, make a delivery. She placed an order. And she said, we need to get you in here. So I met the activity director and I told her what I do and what I've done at other places. And she said, oh, I don't think anybody here will be interested. I was like, oh, all right, fine. And I just let it go. Well, the resident talked it up amongst her friends and they campaigned for me to come. And 3 hours later, I had made $768.
Wow.
I could not believe. I was exhausted because it was nonstop. People coming by and I need this and I want that. And I sold Voluform. I sold lipsticks. I mean, I'm out of everything. I got a list of things I have to deliver to people this week when my order comes in. It was mind blowing.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
So what did you
Good
do?
job.
Set up a table and you sit there and people come to you and that's pretty much it. And they talk to you and you show them stuff and they buy.
Yep.
And they're
Sometimes they want foundation. Sometimes they just want to play. I put out the perfumes and they'll sample. It's just amazing. And I knew I wouldn't get there again before the new year because there's a lot of personal stuff going on November and December that I'm kind of shutting down before Thanksgiving, and that'll be that. So I brought a few gifts just to give them an idea that this is what I do. I can't get to you because, this is my first time here and I'm not in my schedule yet, but for next year, trust me, you'll be in my schedule and all that. So people were just coming up. One lady just picked up this, and this. Here, I'll take these. Like, do you even know? She didn't even know what was in them. Like I did the oven mitt with the soap, the hand soap. She bought those. I'm like, all right, I got to make some more, I guess. So yeah, it was an exciting day. So I've had a good week.
Way to
congratulations.
go, Nora.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're such a blessing to them. That's the thing that is so beautiful. It's just not you there collecting money and that's all it's about. They're happy to see you and they're having fun and they're smelling and testing and buying gifts. I mean, they don't have to leave the building to do some of their shopping and we all need to do what you're doing, Nora. I think, even if we just take one local, old ladies home, is that what you call them?
My LOLs, little old ladies.
Old ladies.
Exactly.
I'm
And
gonna be an LOL one day.
The energy at this place just was amazing. All the others, you kind of feel like you're in a retirement home and,
Right.
they come. These ladies, I've never laughed so hard working.
Oh.
Poking fun at each other and just calling the men over. And it was hysterical. I had a ball.
Good
So
for
I'm
you.
really looking forward to going back there and building relationships with them. So
Is it more of an assisted living where they're somewhat independent versus you know, your
That's pretty much
stereotypical-
where I go. I only go to independent facilities. I don't do nursing home. I don't do assisted living. I've tried the couple and then like memory care. I just don't. So this is people that some of them still have their cars, they're driving, they're very active. Some are really on a tight budget. This place, nobody had a budget. They were like, wow, it's only 20 for a lipstick. And all the other places like, oh, it's 20 for a lipstick. So
Yeah.
it was just crazy. Great day.
Good for you. Good for you. The blessings abound for
Oh,
sure.
yeah, they keep pouring in. Yep.
Talking, Laura, and this is a training night for us all to share. You were sharing some things before we came on about what you're doing with your satin handsets and a couple other things. So would you share that with us now?
Sure, absolutely. So I came up with an idea, and I might have seen this somewhere, so I'm not taking credit that it's my idea, but I have poster paper. I guess it is poster. Well, it's not thick poster board, but they're like construction paper sheets that I'm cutting to size that they can just slip inside any satin hands. And I guess I could do front and back so you don't see them at all, but I figured I want the back open so I know which flavor is in there without having to color code tissue paper or whatever. So I'm just experimenting with it, and I just think they're pretty, and I think they're gonna do well. So I'll keep you posted.
Hold up one of them that you've done that with. Okay, hold it real close. How cute is that? And then flip it around so you can see on the backside. And then tell us a little bit about your instruction thingy that's in there.
So the other thing I do with my satin hands, this is from I can't remember her name, from Peony Gardens. Is anybody familiar with her? Because she's on Facebook. Definitely get in touch. She has a bunch of freebies that we can do. She has a subscription that you can, I think directors do it, and you can get not freebies, like you pay for that. She has these sheets that you can print up and just fold them into a little booklet for almost all the products. So I print out the one with satin hands, and I have this in every single satin hand set, even the little ones. And it talks all about it. It tells you how to use it, the benefits of it. And then on the back, it talks about satin lips. So she always pushes another, she always upsells on your instruction sheet. But I would really recommend everybody just go on there and play around with her Go Give area. Some of the stuff there is amazing, and it's just a great way to, especially if it's a new product, to introduce the product to your customer, tells them how to use it, what to do, what the benefits are, and you don't have to go through all that. And they're pretty, they're beautifully designed, and I got
What's
them
the
for
name of it again, Nora? I didn't write it down.
Peony, Peony, like the flower, peonies, Peony Gardens.
Peony Gardens. Okay. Good.
Yeah. The other thing that I've been doing, so in addition to those or in place of those, it depends on the product. And I will try to remember to send the PDF file that I have on these. It's a full sheet that there are 10 cards on each sheet, and you can cut them down. So like this one is the satin lips, and it tells you how to use your satin lips. So I have this she has, well, where I got this from, satin lips, satin hands, the sugar scrub, the satin body, men's skincare, women's skin, like everything. There's cards. Now some of them are old. They're a few years old. So some of the products we don't have anymore, but the ones that we do, like Mint Bliss, especially when I do my gifts for the seniors, I'll tuck that little card about Mint Bliss in there so they can read the benefits of this product and that you can use it on your back. You can, it's a lovely quote unquote fake Bengay. But I just think these are a great in place of your business card, and then just stamp the back with your information, and you don't have to put in an additional business card and save some money on the business cards. So I print these on stock paper, so they're good and sturdy, and just slip them in every product.
That's awesome.
So that's my big tips.
That's awesome. And she has a new office helper.
Wait, where did those come from? I'm sorry to interrupt, Nora. Where did those
These
benefit cards come from?
I honestly, I don't remember. I mean, we all pilfer from everybody, right? I don't know if it was from some Mary Kay Facebook group that I was in. Somebody posted a link for this and I clicked on the link and it's like 64 pages long because each page is a product. So I just printed them. I copied the whole thing and then I wrote down which page is what product so I don't have to go crazy looking for them. Cut out a bunch of them, and my husband, my office employee, he cuts these up for me, and I just have little envelopes with each product. So if I need a Mint Bliss, I can just go pull the Mint Bliss envelope, and so it's really organized and easy to just pull them as you need them. Or if I have stuff pre-packed, they're in there too. Like last year, I did the winter survival kit, and I had a tissue pack, a single charcoal mask sample, and a moisture renewing mask sample, and a piece of candy. So this is almost the size of the sample. So I could tuck this right next to the sample of each one so they knew, oh, and I put a hand cream in there too. I knew there was something else in there. So it was just, again, a great way to tell them about what they got as a gift and who you got it from. Or where the person who gave it to you got it from me.
Very good.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations on an awesome week. And
Thank you, Nora.
Nora. That's awesome.
Love your tips. Okay, we've got 10 minutes.
I know I've taken the whole time.
No, we love it. So
Fun.
we've got a few tricks.
Yeah, we do. And before we throw out ours, does anybody have a makeup hack that you would like to share tonight? Have you been thinking about that? Is there something that you've learned and you've put into your skincare routine or your makeup routine that that you're loving? Anybody have one they'd like to share? Nora.
Of course, I have one. I have allergies. I'm sneezing all the time. I'm blowing my nose all the time. So any foundation I have usually comes off in a tissue. I have discovered I always do foundation primer, my foundation. And now I've been taking the translucent powder, and I used to just kind of fluff it all over and then spray, but I've been taking the translucent powder with the brush and really like patting it on and blending it. I look like I've sniffed cocaine, honestly, by the time I'm done, because it's all white up my nostrils. But it works. It really works. So I just press it on, and even like, I don't know if you're wearing sunglasses, it comes off on your sunglasses. So same thing. I've just been doing the translucent powder, spray my finishing spray, and it stays. So don't use it as fluffy. Just like roll it on with your brush.
Have you tried with brush with a little bit of the finishing spray before you dip it in the translucent powder?
I have not. I will have to try that.
Do that. Just a little spritz. Don't make it too heavy because you don't want it to, but just a little spritz on your brush. Dip it in your powder and then put that over. And then here's my I'm going to add a tip that I was going to share anyway. I've been mixing translucent powder and silky setting powder. So that I've got the translucent powder with just an oomph of color, not much. I take an empty container that I never throw. I love these little containers. These make, when they're empty, they're the greatest little travel pill containers. Mixing, when you're mixing a product together or whatever. So don't throw these away. They're wonderful. But I love mixing a little bit of silky setting powder in with translucent powder. And I think you've got the best of both worlds. But that's a great tip, Nora, because I've got the same daggone thing. I just blow it all off and it makes me crazy. So there we go. Awesome.
You just reminded me that back in the day, we used to have the powder trick. Do you remember, Teresa? We would take the cosmetic sponge or whatever the applicator was at the time, and we would dip it into our powder and we would press and roll that sponge or powder puff or brush like you're talking, and you just press it into your foundation, and then you take your big fluffy brush and dust off the excess, and it set it. That was the best setting we had before we had setting spray. So
Right.
makeup finishing spray rather. So you just reminded me of that old hack that still works.
And now you can still then, I mean, this stuff really, I mean, I can't live with that. I probably go through a bottle at least once a month, if not more, because I use it in between. I put it on before I put my makeup on. I put it on in the middle of my makeup. I put it on when I get done. Then I use my blotting powder, and then I finish it off with another spritz, and then I'll spritz throughout the day. So this stuff is magic. So thank you, Nora. That was a great tip. Denise,
Thank
you
you,
have
Nora.
We got 5 minutes, so hurry. We got to get going on this.
I'll be quick.
Go quick.
some of these tips we've
You
got.
do know we can stop the meeting and start again and have another 30. Just throwing that little tip out there.
Didn't know that. Okay.
So I'll piggyback off of Nora and Teresa. Am I supposed to stop?
No, you're
Go.
Okay. So instead of the regular foundation, I like to wear CC cream, but it is often too little coverage. So I got this idea from Bretta. She posted it, and I don't know where she got it from, but it is brilliant. Take your setting powder, dump some in your cap, touch your brush down to the setting powder and get a good dose on it. And then I squirt the CC cream on my hand, stick the brush in the CC cream, and then apply it. And oh my gosh, it gives such a beautiful finish. And then I go over it with translucent. So I'm
Really
piggybacking
neat
off of both of
idea.
y'all. But
mixing. You're mixing your silky setting powder with the CC cream, and then applying it to your face. What a
Yeah.
great idea.
it is awesome. And it gives the CC cream that oomph that it needs to cover. And I've never liked putting the setting powder on top of a foundation. It just didn't click with me. But when I saw this and I tried it, it was amazing.
All right, very good tip. Thank you.
Okay. Okay.
Anybody else have a tip they'd like to share? Okay, and we can make this a part 2 next week. We'll kind of wrap up a couple other tips, and then I've got lots to share. I've got lots. Here's what I do, you guys. When I discover a hack, either that I come up with or somebody else comes up with, I just use my notes in my phone, and the title is Beauty Hacks, and I copy and paste, and there's 6 pages of back and front of just hacks that I've accumulated that I just love and have used most of them. So I don't know if you all use your phone is such a great resource for you, and you think, oh gosh, I'm going to lose this and I'm going to keep on. Just use the notes in your phone, whether it's Android or an iPhone. I'm sure they both have access to both of those things. So that's one of my tips. Well, let's just keep on talking about finishing spray for just a second. The other ways that I use it, this is like I was telling Nora, to spritz your brush. Same thing. If your skin's looking a little dry, before you put your blush on, spritz your brush, put your blush on your brush, and then press it in, and it almost looks like you've got a cream blush on instead of a dry blush on. So and I've done that tonight. So it's really kind of gives you a little bit of a glow. It goes on more like a foil, like even the same thing with eyeshadows. Spritz your brush, dip it in your eyeshadow, and put your eyeshadow on. They stay great. People are complaining, but we don't have the eye primer anymore. And but use your finishing spray to help you with that. Susan, you've got a tip about, since we don't have eye primer, what do you use?
I have for years just used my concealer on my lid. I always, and also put that on kind of as my base color and also as my primer. I mean, I put my makeup on at 7:30 this morning. I haven't touched it since, but my eye makeup always stays really nicely. So it kind of grabs the color just like eye primer did. So simple, basic little
It looks gorgeous too.
baby
I mean,
hat. Thank you.
it's okay. Beauty blotters. That's another thing that I couldn't live without. I use them throughout my makeup. They're not, oh, Nora wondered, she wants me to repeat what product. She's talking about concealer. Do you use a light or an extra light, or what concealer do you use?
I use the light beige, which is what I use for my face. So I don't have a separate color. It's just
So
light
you can
beige.
use,
Mhm.
okay, light beige concealer. Beauty blotters, you know, they're great for wiping your glasses off. I use them throughout. When I put my moisturizer on, especially in the summertime, put my moisturizer on, put my primer on, I blot then before I put my foundation on. So I blot before, when I'm all done and everything's spritzed, I blot after so that I take off any excess powder or anything else that's on my face, and it leaves my face flawless. Beauty blotters, and they're also a great little extra gift with purchase, you guys, because once people get hooked on them, you know, and they're like, what is this cute little package of tissues that you put in here? And I'm like, oh my
Cigarette
God.
papers.
Exactly. So I love beauty blotters. They're great to also blot your lipstick. And you can blot your lipstick, and with the blotter on there, put translucent powder over top of the blotter, and then it seals it in. Take the blotter off, and then put a little lip gloss on, and your lips will stay beautiful for all day.
Hey, can I ask a quick question to see if anybody has a hack for this before we have to go? A client today texted and said that even our waterproof eyeliner is smudgy and runny under her eyes. What do you tell her to do? She's an older client, so I'm like, I don't want you to put too much moisturizer or anything under there, or foundation primer that close to your eyes. What would you do? Any tips?
Okay, you're cutting in and out. So let me repeat. You've got a client that's getting, that's all right. That their makeup is running
Their
down their face.
eyeliner is smearing and running.
Okay. And they aren't using any kind of a moisturizer right underneath their eyes or
She
anything.
uses eye cream, but I go, are you using too much eye cream? She said no, she doesn't use that much. So tips?
So I would suggest that, again, setting spray probably will help. Just have her make sure she closes her eyes before she does that. But
Okay.
you know, the little silky setting powder, blot under her eyes before she puts her eye makeup on to remove any excess moisturizer or eye cream. And then use a little bit of silky setting powder or translucent powder just on her ring finger, and just tap underneath her eye area to kind of protect that before she puts her mascara on. Another thing is, depends on the mascara she's using, but you know, starting out with waterproof mascara first and then finishing with another mascara over top of it is always a good idea. I'm a waterproof mascara fiend. I believe in, it's really the only mascara that I use, but if I want a little extra oomph, I can put anything over top of it and give me some extra lashes. So, but that's probably what I would suggest, Susan.
Okay, thank you.
All right, it's 8:30. I think we need a part 2 on this. We got lots of stuff to cover, and everybody loves beauty hacks. So let's just resume next week. And you guys have an awesome week and a big finish. 2 more days until the end, and a $10 sign up. And Nora's talking about new products next week. Yes.
Do
New
we,
products and continued hacks.
can we find out next week?
We will include new products in.
Okay, thank you.
There you go. New products and more hacks. How about that?
Okay.
Love you.
Bye,
Thanks.
y'all.
I
Bye.
love you.
Bye.